Hoi. So what am I doing on the boat? I don't know if you can see through the windows there, but it's night time. It's 10 p.m. or some would say 2200 on Monday night, 25th of September. And the reason is we're moving the boat from Brooklyn to Gosford. And we need to get through the channel at Ettalong, and high tide is at 6 a.m. which means we need to leave here by 5 a.m. and first light is at 5:15, so that'll be interesting. Well, interesting for the boats around us. Anyway, I just thought I'd quickly show you that there is a little bit of planning that goes in before I let go of the mooring and hopefully start the motor and drive. I use an app called Willy Weather, and I look at the tide. I look at a few things, but one thing I look at is the tide to see what time I can go through. I prefer to go through in the morning because the wind is usually at its lightest. And tide-wise, for Ettalong Beach, it says high tide on Tuesday is 5:57 a.m. Okay, the other big thing that would scare me off is if it was too windy. So in the same app, we just switch to the wind, and right now it's here. It's just under 10 knots, which I can hardly feel. And it's going to stay pretty consistent. This line here, I think, is first light. Going to stay pretty consistent. Doesn't sort of rise a little bit to a bit over 10 knots to the middle of the day. But I hope to be at Gosford by 9 a.m. So wind conditions are good. So that's the plan. Wake up at 4, have my cornies, have a banana, start the motor. But, cheers. See you in the morning. Oh, it's 5 a.m. and although first light is at 15:15, there's well and truly enough light, so we're gonna set sail. Well, without the sail, just with the motor. We're still on the mooring. The motor wasn't pumping water, so I pulled a few things apart and I'll show you what I found. There's a seacock here that sucks water in from the ocean, basically pumps it up through a strainer down and around and through the engine. So I thought I'd start at the source where it pumps it through. Disconnected this hose and I found whatever this is. Looks alive, so I'm going to try and pull it out with a pair of pliers and see what it is. What is this? What the hell is that? Anyway, let's see what happens now. If we turn this on. That's better. Okay, let's hook it back up. See if we can still make a dash for it, see how far we get. Righto, 1 hour behind schedule. Wise man would say don't do it. Make sure there's water coming out the back. All good. So this is Juno Point that we're just going around the corner of. We're not too far from our mooring. Mooring's back there. Brooklyn. We can't see the bridges, but the bridge is over the railway liner there. So our track this time is going to take us around the back of Line Island, which I prefer. It's a little bit quicker, protects you from the swell. I didn't mention the swell when I was going through Willy Weather last night, but that's the other thing I look at. It makes a big difference. It's about a metre coming from the southeast, so that's pretty much as good as it gets. Might have to disconnect the autopilot just in case I need to do any tricky manoeuvres. There we go. Oops. Get back on track. Palm Beach over there, you can see Look at the ferry coming in. Good and bad news. They're still dredging, or they're still not happy with the channel, so the ferry's not running into Edelong and still going to Patonga. That means I'll be able to well and truly stay out of its way. That's it, making its way back to Patonga now from Palm Beach. How good is this? Last time we came through here, the swell was still a metre, supposed to be a metre. This must be half a metre, or closer to zero, because we got rock and rolled all over the place. Thank God for the navionics, because I find it really hard to see those port and starboard entrance markers. They're up there somewhere. We're right on track. Alrighty, it's about 10 to 7, 1 hour after actual high tide, so the tide will be starting to run out. There's the port marker there. Starboard marker over there. Paddle skiers down there. To turn to port and head across the channel. That's the bit that I stress about. I know I always talk about it with the current, but a good indicator is the markers here, and you can hardly see any current at all moving past those, so we should be fine. Famous last words. Heading across to the Edelong side. Those rocks there. Where we don't want to be. But then goes wrong the other side, it's sandy, but there's no swell, but if there's going to be a wave, that's where the wave will be. We're just going to pick our way through here and turn hard to starboard after this starboard marker down here, and then we cut back across again. Go. Keep these green ones on our right hand side. Bridge. It's 17 metres high and our mast is 12 metres plus a bent aerial at the top. Search of the mooring. Hopefully it's this little one just there by itself. The dolphin over there. How's that for a welcome? Hey, I don't know if he's a dolphin, I can't see a fin. I suppose he is. Seagulls like him. Made it. Just logged off with Marine Rescue and all good. Wasn't a dolphin, it was a seal, big black seal. Anyway, successful journey. Till the next time. Here he comes, he's coming over.